connected with Simulink. Similarly, ANFIS, Adaptive Neurofuzzy Inference System, I'll be just giving you a small introduction of it and how to connect that with the Simulink. So those are the things which we are going to see now. So first, let me start with the fuzzy logic. So in the after morning session, I think you saw how to make an FIS, is it? .FIS. So now you people know how to make an FIS. The same FIS, you have to bring it practically into a circuit. That is what you have to do. So you have, say in Simulink, you have designed a model. Okay, it may be a plant, you have some controllers and all those things. Now you want to add this fuzzy controller into it. So for example, I have taken here a PID controller. Okay, so I think all of you can see this, a small model of a PID controller. So you have a step input given, and here you have P, I and D, and here P and D are fuzzified. Okay, you get the output, it is given to an adder, and you have a transfer function which is any plant, and you can see the output. And outside of the plant, you are just taken the feedback, and again you are given as input. Okay, for this plant you are giving a step input. Okay, you have a plant and you are giving a step input to it. You will be just seeing what is the error. If there is some error, that error will be minimized, and again that the plant should, the output of the plant should follow a step input. That is what we are going to see here. So here, as you saw, there is a fuzzy system. Okay, PD, for PD you have a fuzzy system. So now what we are going to do is, this fuzzy system, if I double click, say I have written something like PID1. It is the FIS which I have created. So here you can see in this mass system, I have written PID1. Okay, so this PID1 here is nothing but the FIS which you have created using fuzzy. So I think all of you know to create an FIS. Once again, let me just take this FIS. So I'm just going to the start, toolbox, there, fuzzy logic. Okay, so I went to the start, toolbox, and there fuzzy logic, FIS editor. I'm just taking the FIS editor. I'm just clicking that FIS editor. The FIS editor has opened here. So this is the FIS editor. And I think all of you know how to create. So if you have two inputs, you will be creating the inputs. You will be defining the membership function and all those things. So I am just exporting one for the PID controller. I have already made an FIS. I'm just exporting it, sorry, importing it from the file. So let me take this PID1 FIS and I'm just opening it. So my model is already opened here. So I think all of you can see that. Okay, so this is my PID model. Okay, it has two inputs. One is the error and one is the change in error. Okay, my fuzzy is having two inputs. One is the error and another one is the change in error. So error, if I double click, I get the membership function. I think all of you can see here the membership function. Okay, so triangular membership function, I have used TRIMF, triangular membership function. The parameters are also defined, ranges, and the display is also shown here. So I think all of you can see this. Okay, so this is your membership function. This all of you know to create it. Similarly, for the change in error also, this is the membership function. For change in error, the same thing, same way you have created the membership function for that. And similarly for the output also. For output also I have defined how should my output be. I have created the .fis. So I think all of you know this. I am not going in depth. So all of you have created this. Now next what we have to do is, we have to, this model I just opened and show you, this we have to call it inside the Simulink model block. So for that, first of all, what you have to do is say, now you have started with it, you have made the FIS and you have to save it somewhere, is it? You can save it in a file or you can even save it in the workspace. Okay. In case if you are, when it is asking for saving and you have saved it in the workspace, in Simulink when you call, say this is the Simulink window. This is the Simulink window and I'm just clicking this. So I think you can see here. So this is the FIS in case of Simulink. So here, say the PID one which I opened, if it is in workspace, you can directly come and give it here as PID one like this. In case if you have saved it in some folder, you have to give it within single quotes like this. This you have to remember, otherwise when you are running the program, you will get. Other thing is, if you have saved it in some folder and you have given here within single quotes, always remember the path should also be set properly. You know to set the path, is it? Where will you set the path? See, this is the place you set the path. Okay, so your program should be in proper path, otherwise an error will be there. Okay, so this you have to remember. So I think you understood it. What you did, you took that program. So this was the sorry, not this one. This was our program for PID controller. This was the thing. I am just exporting it. Now what I have to do, I have to export this. Where I have to export it? To workspace. Okay, or to some file also I can export it. If I'm exporting it to some file, you have to give within single quotes. That's the only thing. So now I am exporting this to the workspace and I'm just giving the name PID1 and just click OK. And now go to the workspace and just see the PID1 comes in the workspace. Okay, understood this? Okay, so whichever FIS you created, bring it to the workspace. Till then, all morning you have already seen, so I think you know this. Okay, next step what you have to do is, so this is our PID model. I have given a step input and this is my overall model, transfer function and all these things. There is a step input given to this positive, just remember this. So this is the model. So now what we have to do is, we have to add this fuzzy block. So from where did we add this fuzzy block? That is what next we are going to see. In order to add this, all of you know the library, is it? The library icon is the library icon. Okay, so I'm just clicking that library icon. So the library icon has opened. Here you have fuzzy toolbox. I think all of you can see the fuzzy toolbox here. Okay, this fuzzy toolbox. Just click this fuzzy toolbox. Here, the right hand side, you can see the membership function, fuzzy logic controller with rule base, rule viewer. All these things are there. So here, mostly in this case, when you go to Simulink and when you want to modify and all, it is better you go for fuzzy logic controller itself without any rule viewer. You can go it with rule viewer also you can use, but this, when you want to make changes in this, I'll just show you some how to make changes. So it's better you go for fuzzy logic with controller. You just click it and drop it inside your, wherever you want to do it, you just drop it there. Okay, is it clear? And if you double click this, a window will open where you have to go and give the fuzzy name. This is the location you will be entering it. Say PID 1 I gave. So that name I have to give it here. Next is, say in this PID, you know there are how many inputs are there? 2 inputs. So in this system I have 2 inputs. But the system which I have taken from the library, there is only 1 input. So I have to modify this according to the number of inputs. Say if I have 3 inputs, again you have to go and modify accordingly. Or what you can do is you can put a mux here. Commonly used block, you have mux. This mux also you can put it here, and this mux you can put 2 inputs you give and you can give it like this. This is also possible. But when we do research, we want our work to be proper research. So in there, if you have 2 fuzzy inputs, it's better. So for that, what you have to do is you have to modify this block. But one thing you have to remember, MATLAB will not allow you to do any modification in the library. Okay, this will not allow you. So now what you have to do is just go click this, right click and look under mask. What is the circuit inside? Just see what is the circuit inside. This is the circuit which is inside. Okay, so now what you have to do? You have to delete this and add for like mux there you can add it so that you will have two inputs. But I told you this will not allow you to do the modification. For that what you have to do? You open another window. Now you just open one more window. So now a new untitled window has come. In that window what you are going to do? You just copy this and keep it in that. So copy that inside this. Okay. So now what you can do? You can do the modification in this. In that, the original thing, if you ask, it will not allow you to modify. So now here you can go choose the mux, connect it to this and make this as a subsystem. So make this as a subsystem. I think all of you, I have already told you how to make a subsystem. जो भी select करना है उसको select करके create subsystem. This is the subsystem. So what is this actually now? It is your fuzzy logic. Okay, fuzzy logic block hai. So you want it like say in research also you want to look like this itself. If you want your program like block to look like this itself, what you have to do? Do you remember? Yesterday I told you. If you want the blocks to look like this, what you will do? You will go right click this, right click and view mask. Okay, उस view mask में जो plot का command दिया है, you just take that, Control C and in the block which I have created, उसमें जाके create mask. Okay, and just copy the plot command which I showed there. So now I am just going and clicking. So मैंने plot command दे दिया. Similarly, when you are doing the modification, you have to do for all the parameters. There you have to go and see what is the parameter. Same thing you have to enter here. You have to go and see the initialization that you have to do. You have to do documentation. If you want documentation, all those things you have to do all the modification. Then it will become a block similar to the one which is available in the library, but with now two inputs that you have created. Okay, so now I am just applying OK, sorry, apply and then OK. So you can see my new block. This is a block with two inputs. Okay, is it clear? This is a block which was not available in the library. I have made my own block now. This is for research point of view. When you want to have a fuzzy logic controller with many number of inputs and outputs and all, you can do all those things here. Okay, you can, when you do the FIS, you just define how many inputs and outputs you want. You define it that. So once that should match. Say you have done a FIS for 3 inputs and 1 output. Here when you come, there should be 3 input and 1 output. Otherwise it will show you an error key, data match. It is not matching. Okay, so that should be done. So now I think all of you know how to make this fuzzy FIS with 2 input. But you have to remember not only this plot, say only the look is like that, but you have to go and change the parameters, initialization you have to do properly, then only it works like the previous one. It will take little time because you have to enter all these things. So I am just leaving it to you people. You just go and try that. Okay, so here you can just go to the edit and see. I'm just going to the look under mask and you can go and see the parameters. Say parameters, FIS file, or structure, and this is the thing, and say initialization. This is the initialization. This same thing, copy and keep it in your block. So your block will become similar to the block which is in the library. Okay. So you understood this. So now after making this block, you have to keep it in your program and you have to just run it. That is what you have to do. What I did, I went to the library, I took the block which I want, I put it here. Depending on the number of inputs, I changed the block, but changing it will not allow. So what I did, I took another untitled one and I copied the subsystem of this inside that and made a subsystem there, and I, according to me, I customized it. Okay, then come and put it here. So just a customized one, I have kept it here. I can just give you look under mask. So this is the block which I have already customized. Okay, this is the block from library only I have taken with, this is with rule viewer. That's why this I took with rule viewer. Sometimes rule viewer के साथ लिया तो sometimes error will come. So it's but with rule viewer also it will work. It is not a problem. So this is clear. So I have to just now run this program. So our rule viewer is also coming. So it according to the error and change in error, it is changing the output value. So you can see here. So here slightly yellow is coming, but actually first it was showing and now it is showing the current value. So the program is running, it will take little time. So I'm just stopping it and I'll just show you what output we have got. So this is the output we have got for a step input. Okay, so using PI, I have just controlled it. Okay, the peak overshoot. Now you can do more in this, more research in this, how to remove the peak overshoot, how to decrease the settling time, and all those things you can do. So this is a very simple model of a PID controller where we have used fuzzy. So I think now you understood how to use it in Simulink. Very simple. Make the FIS, go to the Simulink blocks. Simulink block में आपका जो block है, you keep it as such, like जो भी plant है, feedback, everything you keep it. Only thing is go to the library. Okay, after going to the library, what we did? Here, this was the library. I went to the fuzzy toolbox. Fuzzy toolbox, you have these controllers. You have to just click this, drop it there. Depending on the input, you just change your system and connect it, the overall system, like the plant, the control you run, you will get the answer. Okay, so is it clear now, fuzzy logic? All of you got it? Now next we will go for neural network, the neural network model which you are making, how to bring it into Simulink. Now the main thing is say coding, writing coding or using GUI and doing all those things is very simple. But mainly when we do the program, our model is in Simulink. So we have to bring all these things, say if it is PSO or if it is GA, if it is ANN, if it is fuzzy also, you have to bring it into Simulink. That is a challenge. So here in GA, PS and all, PSO, the tool program what you write, you can keep it inside the MATLAB function which I showed you. Do you remember yesterday? U1, U2, Y1, Y2 I created and wrote the program. So your PSO GA program can be kept there and can be run online. Okay, those are mostly the codings. But here these are GUIs. So those GUIs, how to connect it here, that is what we are seeing here. Now next is, we are going to see for neural network. In neural network, one of the GUI is, it is NN. It is NN start. Okay. So this NN start, I'm just clicking. So a window will open here. This is a neural network start window. Okay, all of you got it? So neural network start window. If you want, you can just note it down. First, what I did, I went here and wrote. Once again, I'll show. I'll repeat it. Here, you have to just write NN start. NN start. There, you would have written NN tool. In the morning session which you did, you have done NN tool, I think. Here, this you have to do NN start. In NN start, NN tool also is inbuilt. Okay, so the system itself will identify and it will define all the inputs. There you have to go and give the inputs. Here you can give it in a different form which is more user friendly. So now I'll just tell. Here you have what is the fitting tool. So just double click this fitting tool. A window will open like this. Okay, so here you can see this is a system, and this is a system where you have one input, you have an hidden layer, you have output layer and the output here. So in this, what you have to do is, now you have to just click next. Just click. Oh, jo window aaya tha, usme you just click next. So one more next window will open. So this is the next window. Okay, all of you can see this next window. So here what we are going to do is that you have to load the input. In NN tool also you enter the input and you enter the output. Now same way here also you have to load the input. So when you go for real-time data, this is mainly I'm telling for some hardware implementation or real time. So in real time you will have data which are of number, it may be in thousands or it may be in lakhs. Okay, such data you can bring it here. So all those data where you will save it, you will have it in some notepad or you will have that in some Excel file. Okay, you can save all those things in Excel file or you can save it in notepads. So what you have to do here, all the inputs you have to save in one file, all the outputs you have to save in one file. So now here it is very simple. You have to just go here, browse for the data. So I have already kept some data. I have kept it here and I'm just searching the place where I've kept it. I've kept it in STC matter. So here you can see I have already created NN inputs. Okay, NN inputs and NN outputs I have kept. I have kept a Excel file and in this Excel file around some 450 data I have entered, in which input is in this case, my case, only one input and you have 5 outputs. Okay, this is a system which I developed for my thesis, where I have modulation index as my input and I have 5 firing angles for 5 of my thyristors. It is something like that. So depending on the modulation index which I get, it will give me 5 firing angles. With these 5 firing angles, I will be controlling my inverter. This is what. So for that such a system, this is the input. So I'm just selecting the input and I'm just clicking OK. You can have any thousands of data you can have. So now that the data is getting loaded, here it's around 400 and something data are there. So import wizard will come and these are the datas. So you can see here the datas. These are the datas here. These are the modulation index. So 0.5, 0.05, 0.0. In my case, my modulation index will vary from 0.5 to 1. Like below that, it doesn't make much changes. So I have not bothered about thing. So here 0.5 se jo bhi values hai, I have taken input. It can be in the row form or it can be in the column form also. It is not necessary that it should always be in the row form. You can even have the data in the column form. If you have the input in the column form, see that you have the output also in the column form. That is required. So now I am just what I am doing, just I am pressing next. So here the data is coming. I think you can see that. Here you can see the data. Okay, and 451 datas are there. Okay, only one parameter is there, but 451 samples are there. I have taken 451 samples. Here you have to go and rename this variable, because see here also you are giving data, for output also it will take it as data. So this mistake usually will do. First time when I was doing them, many times I am trying, I was not getting my input and output. The main thing you remember here, you have give one as input and one as output, otherwise every time by default it takes as data. So again what happens, input will become equal to the output itself. So you will not get a proper answer. So you always remember, go and change the name. So this is my input. Okay. So this is my input and I have to just give here finish. So now you can see here the input is loaded here. Okay, so the input has come here. Next, same way I am doing for the output also. So I am just going and searching for the output values. In whichever location you have kept, you just go to that location and select it. I am just selecting the output. So I have just selected it. So now the preview will come. There you can have it data also, because so first time, say here you can see I have taken 5 parameters and there are 451 samples, and see that the sample size should also be same. Jitna bhi apne input ke liye sample liya, same size, the output should also be there. So next is, now it is loading only. So because once it is fully loaded, that finish will come. So here around 451 data there. If you have thousands of data, it will take more time. Okay, so I've just limited it. I too had more than 10,000 data. It will take a lot of time. So I have tried to minimize the data here. So I've just clicked next. So next here data. So let me keep it as data itself. It's not a problem. Or if you want, you can change the name as output. So now one is, see here you can again recheck it. This 451 samples and 1 element. Okay, similarly here 451 samples and 5 elements. In case one you have row and another one has column, here it will come wrong. 451 elements and one sample I say aa jayega. Then you have to keep in mind. So you can check it, recheck it in this location. Okay, this is over. Next, what you have to do is you have to go to this next in this window and just click next. So next window will open. So here the next window you can see here we had around 451 or some data, is it? Automatically what this will do is the software, the GUI, it takes around 70% of the data for its training. It takes 15% of its data for validation and 15% of its data for testing. वो अपने आप ले लेता है. Okay, we need not do anything. We have to just give a good amount of data. Data is required here. As you give more data, your system will be trained in a good fashion. So here I have given this. So it has taken 315 samples for training, 68 samples for validation and 68 samples for testing. So what is training, validation, all they have given here. You can just go when you do practice, you can just read it. So next we have to go and just give next. So this next window will open. Okay, so here you can see this is the architecture where you can see 1 input and 5 outputs. Depending on the number of data you give, automatically it will take this. It has 10 hidden layers and output layer is 5 because you have 5 outputs. It have taken 5 output layers. And here you have the option for hidden layer. You can go and change number of hidden layers also. So in real time when you're executing also, what you can do is you give it with 5 hidden layers, run the program and see, and then you try with 10 hidden layers. So which is giving a better, you can just take it. So hidden layers are also, you can define the hidden layers. Next you have to just go and press next. So now, so all these things are written, like once you run it, you train the system, automatically the mean square error, the regression, all those things will come here. So here in the option you can see here, this is the train option. Okay, so here there is a train, so you have to just click this train. So now the system is getting trained. So this is a block, I think this block you remember it. This is the one which comes in that NN tool also. Okay, so automatically around 28 iterations it took and it has done the, it has performed all the operation. Now if you want, you can go and see the plot commands, number like performance, you want to see the performance. So performance plot is given here, best validation, all this for training data validation and test, the best and the best value, all these things are given here. Next, similarly that training state. So the training state, while gradient and all is defined here. Mostly these things are required when you apply for paper, like when you're sending a paper, you have to give all these parameters, and I already told you background and all, you change it, make it in a presentable form and you have to present it. Okay, next is error histogram. What is the error? So that histogram also for training, validation and testing data, the error histogram will come, and the regression plot, the original plot and the different values it is being. So the blue one is the fit and all the other things, data, how it is fitting. So that is also coming here. So all these plots you can have it in your paper. Next is fit. So this is the function fit for output element. So the target, output target versus like all the training data validation and all those things, it is plotted here. Okay, so all these plots also it will give you. Now you can see here, after training it is giving you what is the mean square error, what is the regression and all those things. And here also you have histogram. So this one already we have seen, plot regression and plot fit. So same plots only, you have already seen all these plots. Here also you can go and see it if you want. And next, now we have trained the system. Again, if you want to load more data and retrain it, you can do it here. So retraining also you can do it. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going and pressing next. I'm going to the next window. So next window में again same thing. Again, if you want to train the system, so you want to again train the system, train again. You can give again data, and again you want to train, you can do it. Again, I am going to next. अभी मैंने फिर next चले गया. So this is my final. Okay. So this in this if you see, automatically it will give you the script file, advanced script. जो हम लिखते हैं ना NN में जो भी script लिखते हैं और script file हम execute कर, we used to do the execution. So it is very tough, sit and do it. Here automatically it will give you the script file. So for what the data you have taken and everything, the script file is also generated. If you want, you can have the script file. Okay, so simple script and advanced scripts are also available. Our main thing is how to implement this in Simulink. So here Simulink diagram is that just click, automatically the Simulink window will open. In this is the you say one input and one output is coming, but we have 5 outputs. Is it? Do you remember it? So what you have to do is you just right click this and look under mask. So this is your neural network. जो न्यूरल नेटवर्क का सिमुलिंग ब्लॉक आपने क्रिएट किया है विद द इनपुट व्हाट यू हैव टेकन, आपने ट्रेन करके रखा है. सो नाउ दिस ब्लॉक यू टेक इट योर सिमुलिंग, जो भी आपने मॉडल डेवलप किया है उसमें लेके जाओ. सो व्हाट विल हैपन इफ यू गिव वन इनपुट corresponding to that what are the 5 outputs, it will give it will just generate and give you. Okay, in case there is some gap, like you give a value very close to it, अपने आप ये it will search and it will give you ki what might be the value. So that is the advantage here. Okay, is it clear? It will give you the for non-existing values also, it will give you some scrap values which is almost equal to the original value. And here you can just go and see the layers. So already ma'am have told you like bias, weights, all those things we need not do anything. वो अपने आप create कर देते हैं. Since here only one input, you have only such a structure. Once again, I'll just show it. So this is such structure where you have the weight, bias, and all these things are connected. And okay, similarly, this is the layer for output. So this output also you can just go and see how many weights. In output में देखते समय आपके पास कितने weights होगा? 5 होगा. Is it? आपके output layer में there are 5 output layers and you have 5 weights here. So all these weights are defined. So the advantage here is we are just giving the input and output. We are not defining the weights or we are not doing any other things. अपने आप ये पूरा generate करके it will give you the output. Okay. So now what you have to do is from this model, all these models are not required. This model you will be just taking into your Simulink. This one you just take. This output also आप remove कर सकते हैं. This is not necessary, and this input block also you will be just removing it. Okay, this input and this output block you will be removing it. Only the other portion, this whole portion, you will take it into a new window. You will take this into a new window. So अभी आपका ये neural network बन गया. Okay, so what you do, you have to give one input. Okay, so let me for example show you. I'm just taking a constant block. So I've taken a constant. ये तो real time data देना है, but मैं यहाँ explain करने के लिए I'm just taking a constant. Okay, so this is the constant, and here what you can do, you can have a mux. Okay, mux connect करके इस mux में कितना value होना चाहिए? 5 होना चाहिए. These 5 डिस्प्ले में, और आपने if it is a closed loop system तो फायरिंग करना है वहां दे दिया तो automatically your system will be done. Okay, is it clear? So try this also. You should have an overall system, then only we can try it. Okay, यहाँ मैंने एक छोटा सा मॉडल ही बनाया है, but now you got an insight कि how to take that model to our Simulink model. Did you understand that? Okay, so this is your for neural network. Okay, if you want, I can just give you a small display also can be connected here. I'm just connecting it to all the display and it should work actually. So if I'm giving a modulation index of some 0.5, zero 1, I say I'm just giving a modulation index, so this should work. So automatically if you see, since I have already trained the system, आप देख सकते हैं जो firing angle है, okay, ये actually duty cycle है मेरा 0.6, 0.8 and all these things. So मैंने accordingly कैसे train किया है, उसकी corresponding values will come. So now what you can do is the same thing you take into your model and उस model में आप real time implement कर सकते हैं. Okay, is it clear? So next what I want to do is for ANFIS, Adaptive Neurofuzzy Inference System. So उसका छोटा सा एक I'll give a what is it, I'll explain it and then we'll go into Simulink because I mainly want to do the Simulink portion for that. So for ANFIS, the command is ANFIS edit. The command is ANFIS edit. Okay. So if you give ANFIS edit, automatically a window will open. So this is a window where this is ANFIS editor. Okay. So this is your ANFIS editor. So ANFIS editor भी similar to neural network ही है. आपका जो स्ट्रक्चर आप देखते हैं इस समय वो भी न्यूरल नेटवर्क की जैसे ही है. द ओनली थिंग इज दैट जो वेट्स, द इनपुट वेट्स will be defined by a fuzzy logic. Okay, so I'll just show you. So adaptive neurofuzzy inference system, you know all these things. So mainly I just want to tell about this diagram. So here you can see, this is the adaptive neurofuzzy inference system. This is the block diagram which you can see here. In this, if you see, the structure is similar to that of a neural network. Is it? The structure is similar to the neural network. One second. Structure here, if you see, it is similar to the neural network. The only thing which is different is here at the input end, say apne jo x hai, so you take one of your x as a temperature. Okay, for the temperature, you define two linguistic variables. What might be the linguistic variable for temperature? Hot and cold. So let me take two linguistic variables. One is say A is hot and B is cold, something like that. Similarly, I have something, some pressure. So pressure ke liye high and low or something like that. So here Y for B1 and B2 again I am defining. So I have two variables. So now what I have done, A1 and A2 and B1 by B2, A1 and A2 are one of my input and B1 and B2 is another input for me. And that for those linguistic variables, I have defined the membership function. Okay, so here you have different membership function. You may be trapezoidal, triangle, जो भी membership function है, वो आप define कर लेना. And already you have seen that ma'am would have explained you. So here, if you see, A1 and A2 are your linguistic variables. B1 and B2 are linguistic variables, and your membership function is also defined. Correspondingly, say a particular value of x, आपका input से अभी 25 degrees आ रहे हैं, उसके corresponding, if you see here, you can see W1 is the weight taking in account A1 and B1, and W2 is the weight which is taking account of A2 and B2. So two weights are defined here. Okay, so that is what those two weights are here, W1 and W2. Okay, फिर उसके further आप देखते समय you have defined Z1. How we have designed Z1? Z1 is equal to P1 into X plus Q1 into Y plus R1. Okay, so here P1 and Q1 are कुछ constants हैं and R1 are constants, and X and Y are your input. So that is how you have defined Z1. According to your problem, you have defined this Z1. Similarly, Z2 is also defined. So here with this weight you are just multiplying that W1 into Z1, similarly W2 into Z2, and that you are summing it here. Because what is your output? आपका output है weight W1 into Z1 plus W2 into Z2 divided by weights W1 and W2. So correspondingly the same thing you have done here also. So first of all जो W1 Z1 and W2 Z2 आपने generate किया है उसका summation आपने कर दिया. Next you want say W1 and W2 का summation sigma Wi, and what is your overall Z? Z is this W1 into Z1 plus W2 into Z2 divided by W1 W2. So that you get it here. Okay, that will be your output. So इसमें neural network का structure ही है. Only thing is here if you see the weights are defined using fuzzy logic. So that's why we say here it is adaptive neurofuzzy inference system. Okay, so this is the general idea, you got it. So this might give you a better result because the weights are defined by the fuzzy logic here. It might give you a better result than न्यूरल नेटवर्क. सो आपने जो न्यूरल नेटवर्क का मॉडल मैंने पहले बताया है सेम प्लेस में फजी का मॉडल जाके डाल के देख लेना हाउ बेटर इट इज, हाउ बेटर रिजल्ट इट इज गिविंग. सो सेम थिंग आई विल जस्ट टेल यू हाउ टू इम्प्लीमेंट इट इन Simulink. Okay, actually I have to tell you the MATLAB also, that's why I'm not going in depth. So ANFUS is little clear, is it? It is a combination of both neural network and fuzzy logic. So for ANFUS, as I already told you, the syntax is ANFUS edit. So ANFUS edit, click karte samay, this window ANFUS editor will open. Once again, I'm just showing you this ANFUS editor. Okay, so this is the window of the ANFUS editor. So now what you have to do is, in this also it is very simple, you have to load the data. Okay, when you're loading the data, in case of neural network, what you did, you had an input data separately and output data separately. Here you will be loading it together. Say you have 5 inputs and 1 output. आप जो भी inputs है उसको इकट्ठा define करना है और जो last column है it will give you your output. So one of the disadvantage of this neural network, this GUI is also that you can have only one output, you can have any number of inputs. आप जितना भी inputs दे दो, it will give you one output. But my system, say in my research, I had only one input, I told you, and 5 outputs. So for that also I have done it. What I did is, I had different FIS मैंने create कर लिया for 1 to 5, 1 to 5, sorry 5 to 1, 5 to 1 करके मैंने create करके ये सबको join करके I made a overall ANFUS system which was my own system where I had only one input and I had 5 output. What I did is, say this ANFUS editor से एक input है मेरा 5 outputs हैं, isn't it? What I did for this one input, I took one output. Then next model what I did, one input, the next output. Then I made one more model with the same input with third output. Now I got number of models. Now I made like इस सबको join करके एक subsystem बना दिया और सबके लिए same only one input I gave and I got 5 output. So you can make it. That is in your hand. कि आपको in case multiple output चाहिए तो same model से भी आप बना सकते हैं. Okay, is it clear? So here in this case, I'm just going to show you for 5 inputs and 1 output. मेरा जो 5 firing angles I'm giving as input and I'm getting my modulation index as output. The reverse is also possible. Just have your logic, you can get it. Okay. So in order to load it, here, say you can see here, training data, testing data, checking and demo, all those things. Demo में भी बहुत सारा data available है. You can just load it if you want it. Or if you want training data, just take the training, click the training data and load the training data. If you want say testing के लिए separate data चाहिए, at the same time when you are in loading the training data, same time testing data भी आप load करना पड़ेगा. That is the thing. So here what I am doing, I am just having training data मैंने choose कर दिया and load data. I am giving load data, so I have to load the data here. So MATLAB में मैंने रखा है all files. So here, ANFUS, you can have the data in Notepad as well as Excel. That is your wish, okay? So you can have it in both. So here मैंने notepad में लगा के दिखाया है. So notepad में if you see ANFIS for STC. So I have just taken it. I have more data also, but it is taking half an hour to load also because large data. So मैंने उसको cut short करके only few data I have taken. So this is also around 300 data which I have taken, I think. So here ANFIS for STC, this is a data where there are 5 inputs and 1 output, and I'm just loading it. So this automatically it is loaded here. You can see the data is loaded. Okay, actually it doesn't look like this. मेरा real data देख लेते, it's somewhat a straight line only. Since I've cut some of the data from in between, it is coming like this. But with this also it is okay. I can just show you what we want to achieve. So this is my data. After that, you have to go to the next session. That is the generating FIS. We have to generate an FIS. In order to generate an FIS, if you don't want to generate, you can load it from any file or you can load it from Workspace also. If you have your own FIS. Okay. आपने जो fuzzy logic के लिए create किया है ना, same way you can create, and that you can load it here also, or you can generate it using your own method like grid partition or sub clustering. ऐसे 2 methods हैं, उसमें से भी आप generate कर सकते हैं. So मैं अभी grid partitioning use करके I am giving generate FIS. So one window will open. Okay, so this is the window which is opening. So आप देख सकते हैं उसमें, this is your window. Here, since I have given how many inputs I told? 5 inputs. So you can see here 3 are the membership functions. Okay, so for each input it is taking 3 membership functions. Oh, sorry, 3 linguistic variables. For each input, for each element, 3 linguistic variables. say आपका temperature, आपका 5 inputs, एक temperature है, pressure है, humidity है, ऐसे बहुत सारा है. उसमें temperature के लिए it is taking 3. In the sense hot, medium hot and cold or very cold or freeze. ऐसे कितना भी आपको membership function कितना भी चाहिए आप ले सकते हैं. यहाँ 3 लिया है. Okay, so these are the linguistic variables. Number of membership functions is like here you have to give 3 in the sense 3 linguistic variables, and the type of membership function, whether you want a triangular, trapezoidal, G-bell and all these things. So this is also trial and error. You can try with different methods, and whichever is giving you a better result, you can fix it. Membership function, whether the output is a constant or it is varying linearly, जैसे भी हैं वो accordingly वो भी आप choose कर सकते हैं, और just click OK. It depends on the system which you are using. Okay, so accordingly now the FIS is generated. Generate FIS मैंने किया, एक block open किया था, उसमें पूरा setting करके OK किया. Now FIS is generated. Say here it is written, it comes like a new FIS generated. Okay, it is written here, a new FIS is generated. Next step is which method for training I want. Which technique, which method I want, whether I want back propagation or hybrid method. Back propagation method, ma'am would have told you. Hybrid is, it is a combination of least square method and this back propagation. Okay, help में जाके ये पूरा जो grid partition क्या है, sub clustering क्या है, back propagation, hybrid, everything in help they have given you clearly. They have explained it. So you can just go, when you go to the practice session, वो पूरा जाके read करना एक बार, at least you have to know all the things. So now any method, say let me choose the hybrid method. Next is error tolerance. कितना tolerance आपका output के लिए कितना tolerance है, whether it should meet the actual value or some tolerances that you can define there. And how many approaches you want, how many iterations you want, that you can define in the approach. Say 3 approaches, 10 approaches, kuch bhi. Now what you do, you train this. So just press train now. So it will take little time, it will train the system. So it is training now. It takes, like for this I have cut short, and otherwise it will take even hours. As I train karke, it will take a lot of time. Okay, so now I think almost it is trained. So you can see the error here. Okay, this is the error, and 2 and 3 three approaches ना, 3 iterations में तो लास्ट 2 iterations में 0 error हो गया, फर्स्ट इसमें around 4 into 10 to the power minus 5 का कुछ error है. Okay, so this is it. Now we are going to test the data. Okay, so when you run also जो error है, everything, number of nodes, number of linear parameters, number of non-linear parameters, everything will come. यहाँ आपको पूरा वो number of nodes कितना है, number of linear ports and all these things, all the data will come here. So this is your window. So next step what you are going to do is you have to test now. So usually मैंने जो training data लिया है उसके साथ ही मैं test करने वाली हूँ. But when you do it, what you can do, take 2 different data. For now testing data also starting में आपने load कर लिया ना. Now you take the testing data and test it. Okay, is it clear? So for example, आज आपने बहुत data ले लिया. 2 days के बाद और भी data ले लिया. So आज का date like say 1 year का पूरा data ले लिया and you have taken that as a training data. And again you have next year का data, उसको आपने testing data ले लिया. So आज 1 year का data से आपने train कर लिया और next year के data से आप उसको test कर सकते हैं. Like if you want to classify the data, you can classify it and you can take one set of data as training data and another set of data as testing data. But see that दोनों same number है samples. इसमें 450 samples है तो next में भी 450 samples. So now I have to just give test. So you can see here जो blue color के नीचे हैं और उसके ऊपर ये मैच हो रहे हैं because training data and testing data the same. हमारा system भी proper है so that both are matching. Okay, in case testing data थोड़ा different है training data से, then it will not match. Then what you have to do, in which method it is more clearly matching, आप FIS generate करते समय different triangle, different membership function, different number of linguistic variable वाला try करके you can match it. So till now it is clear. It is very simple. Load करो, next step चले जाना, आपको ये हो जाएगा. Next what you have to do is go to file and what you have to do, you have to export this to the workspace. Okay, so you are exporting this to workspace. So I'm just giving the name ANFIS model to this and I'm just clicking OK. Okay. So here एक ANFIS model अभी create हो गया. Okay, so it's a structure, it is being created. So now the one which is created is a FIS file. Can you get it? हमने जो ANFIS में create किया है, it is a .fis. Okay. So what you can do, this .fis अभी आपको पता चल गया कैसे Simulink में लेके आना है. .fis को कैसे लेके आएंगे? हाँ, export तो मैंने कर लिया अभी. Now I have already exported to the workspace. Now it is in the workspace. How will I bring it to my Simulink? Fuzzy का block, you remember it? Same fuzzy block you have to use here and आपका FIS वहाँ लेके आ जाना. Now fuzzy का नाम हटा के you give a name for ANFIS there. Okay, is it clear? So now you can see the others also. यहाँ जो भी से हमने data तो input दे दिया. So accordingly say FIS properties. If you go, it will give you see membership function. So there are 5 inputs and 1 output. So each membership functions also वो अपने आप create करता है. We need not do anything. But if you want to change, you can change it. You can just go and change the value. If you want to change the membership function, all these things you can do it here. Okay, so these are the input output membership functions. You can see वहाँ जो भी हमने देखा है rules. So these are around how many rules are created here? 243 rules. वो अपने आप create कर देता है. Depending on the number of membership function, all that you have given. Then this is the ANFIS का rule base FIS property rule viewer. If you want to see the rule viewer, that also you can see. आपको change करना है तो आप change करके भी देख सकते हैं कि input इतना change किया तो आपका output कैसे से 0.619 हो गया. Okay, so how it is changing, that also you can see. So the rule viewer is this, and you have the surface plot also available here. आपका surface plot भी आप generate कर सकते हैं इसमें से. So जो FIS में देखा है same thing, everything is possible here. So these things why I am telling is आप paper present करते समय, ANFIS करते समय, you can show all these graphs. Okay, ANFIS में जो weights define करने के लिए जो membership functions कैसे हमने define किया and all, and what is the rules, rule base क्या क्या है. So all those things you can give it as such. Now all these things are over. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव डन, जो FIS क्रिएट किया हमने वर्क स्पेस में भी लेके गया, नाउ इसको हम सिमुलिंक में इंस्टॉल करना है, सिमुलिंक में लेके आना है। सो उसके लिए क्या है, सो आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू इसके लिए क्या करना है, हम फजी का ब्लॉक, सो गो टू फजी, okay, just put this fuzzy controller inside this. Okay, so in this fuzzy controller again I require, how I have only one output, but then I have 5 inputs I think, is it? And as I already told you, the inputs constant नहीं होगा, for here like I again real time वाला create करने में बहुत time हो जाएगा, that's why I'm taking some 5. So इसके अंदर 5 inputs देना है, तो again as I told you, you can go and change it inside or you can use mux. I'm just connecting all the 5 inputs. By mistake वो rotate हो गया, that's why this constant you can have it like the other way also. And what was the name I gave there? Anfis. Anfis model was the name. So इसके अंदर भी आप देना है Anfis model. Okay, is it clear? In case if it is you have saved it in some file, then you have to give within single quotes. Remember that. I'm just giving different values as let this be 1 itself. So I've just, I think everything is clear. If path is not set properly, then that will show you an error. Otherwise, so कुछ problem नहीं होना चाहिए. It had given you the result. See, 0.2 it has given. The modulation index is 0.2. Here I have given some scrap value, so it is also giving. But actually, if you train the system properly, you can see that it will give you better result. Okay, is it clear? So now Anfis is also clear. How to bring it here also. You have your system. It is very simple. Fuzzy logic ही है, but see that you change the name because now it's not a fuzzy controller. It is an Anfis. Anfis controller. So it is very simple. Okay, this might help you in your research also, and it's very simple. Only thing is to understand what you have to do, and in this you can do a lot of modifications also. I have one more thing I can just show you. I have some coding also. Using coding also you can do the same thing. I'll just show you that. So this is the coding. I can just explain this to you. So here you have x. X is equal to 0, 0.1 is to 10. What will be the x value here? 0 to 10 in the steps of 0.1. You would have done MATLAB में अपने initial class में किया होगा. So x का value मैंने define कर लिया. मेरा that is my input and my output is y. Y is say sine of sum 2 into x dot slash exp x by 5. So okay, so this is what division? What division is this? We say like it's it's not the ordinary division, it is dot division. So that is what you do here, and x by 5. So you have just defined x value and y value here. Now what you're doing, you have to give the training data. हमने ANFUS में किया था ना, first we loaded the training data. Same way here also, how many number of inputs there, you just define all the inputs and give the output also. So input and output, you have defined the training data, number of membership functions. So how many membership function you want? Okay, so 3 membership function or 5 membership function जो भी है वो भी define कर लेना. Type of membership function. So type कितने G-bell है और आपका trim है, triangular और trapezoidal जो भी वो define करना. Epoch underscore n is equal to 3. So number of epoches, that also you have to define. INF, like here you are just creating the FIS. Okay, so generate FIS, training data, membership function and membership type you have given and you have generated the FIS. आपने अभी FIS भी जनरेट कर दिया. ये सेम थिंग अपने टूल बॉक्स में किया है, उसका कोडिंग है. सो आपने FIS जनरेट कर लिया. नाउ दिस FIS you have to take call the ANFUS function and उस ANFUS function में क्या क्या देना है? ट्रेनिंग डेटा देना है, जो FIS है वो देना है और नंबर ऑफ एपोचेस हैं वो देना है. Okay, here you can put it as epoch underscore n also you can put it or number of epoch that you have to give. That is inside ANFUS. ANFUS का function में ये है. Then now that's all. When you give ANFUS and if you give the membership function, training data and the number of epoches, अपने आप ANFUS will call and it will run and give you the answer. So this is the plot command. Plot command now x, y and x versus the evaluated FIS. जो उसके across they are just plotting the plot and legends simply उसका look. So now you can just see. So it is giving you number of nodes, linear parameters and all those things and अभी उसका जो graph है वो भी आ जाता है. Graph should come. इसमें प्लॉट कमेंट देने से प्लॉट आना चाहिए बट पता नहीं वो सम एरर इज देयर. ओके, you can try this same command, same program is there in the demos. So ANFUS जो आप help में जाओ, डेमो में जाओ, डेमो में जाके आप ANFUS दे दो और ANFUS आप ओपन करते समय जो मैंने अभी कोडिंग दिखाए सेम कोडिंग इज देयर. जस्ट कॉपी इट इन योर वर्कस्पेस एंड रन इट. इट विल गिव यू दी एक प्लॉट भी दिखाता है बट आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट इज नॉट वर्किंग हियर. So with this I'm just closing it. Okay, so here we today saw fuzzy logic, neural network, ANFUS, how to implement all these things in Simulink. That was our main aim. So I think all of you understood this, is it? So now you can just go to the laboratory and practice this. So once you practice only you will become sure. Okay, so you can practice, and the nodal centers, if you have any doubts you can just ask me. Nodal centers. Nodal centers, do you have any doubt? Nodal centers. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. And you people can go to the lab and just work. Okay, I'll also come. Yes, which center is this? Deeparam. ये कौन सा है? Jaipur Institute of Technology. Do you have any doubts? Jaipur Institute of Technology. Do you have any doubts?
Hello.
Hello. Do you have any doubt? Yes.
Okay, this is from ABS. Hello, ma'am. This is from ABS Engineering College.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Just I just want to ask about the simulation. I have made an assembly. I have made a 7 linkage bar assembly in a SolidWorks, a tool using modeling of various.
Once again, can you repeat it?
I have made an assembly.
One second. Your external mic, you just switch it off. Is it?
Come here to the laptop.
Come near to the laptop and speak. Like here, we can hear a lot of disturbance. Your question is not clear.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Well,
I think you can remove the mic. Directly speak in the laptop itself.
Speak in laptop.
Yeah. Now it is clear. When you remove the mic, it is clear. Bata do.
Hello, ma'am. Is it audible?
Yes.
Is it audible?
Sir. Yeah, it's audible.
Yeah, just I want to ask about a question. I have made an assembly. I have modeled an assembly in a software SolidWorks. Okay. It is used in mechanical engineering. Okay. I have made a 7-bar assembly, and then I have animated it further. Now I just need to simulate that assembly. That there is a connecting rod, there is a crank, and I just need to simulate it with certain parameters. Should I can there be a possible way that I can import that file into MATLAB and then after I simulate it through Simulink?
Okay, that file format, how is the file format what you're saying?
The file format I have animated into VLC now. What is the
extension?
Ma'am?
What is the extension of that file?
Extension of VLC.
Okay, it is a video file you're saying.
.vlc.
Okay, VLC file. It's a video file.
Yeah, I have animated it into VLC file.
Okay.
Now it is running in VLC file as an animation.
Okay, now it's an animation. Okay, one second. The animations can also be brought in MATLAB. You have to use S functions.
S functions.
Yeah, you have to use S functions in order to bring that animation here.
Or should I import it into directly? Should I import it?
I don't think so. If you import also, where it will come? Actually, you have to have a Simulink environment. In Simulink environment, you have a block for like user-defined blocks are there. User-defined blocks mean you have something called S function. So if you have any animations in C, Fortran or any programs in C, Fortran and many other language, Java and many languages are there. Those things you can just bring it inside using S function. So you just search for S functions, उसका थोड़ा study करने के बाद you just try to bring all those. Mostly animated files you can bring it using S functions.
Using S function I can bring animated file directly.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Animated file
प्रोग्रामिंग से जनरेट होती है ना, वो अलग होती है। जो ये बात कर रहा है,
ये और भी कन्वर्ट कर दिया एक्चुअली। वो जो सॉफ्टवेयर जनरेट करता है ना, उसको यहाँ लेके आ सकते हैं। ही इज एनी एनिमेटेड फाइल्स यहाँ लेके आने का ऑप्शन है। हाँ डर वो ये और भी एक्सटेंशन चेंज कर दिया, मुझे लग रहा है कुछ और फॉर्मेट में भी चेंज कर, वो जो प्रोग्राम जनरेट कर रहे हैं ना उसको। हाँ ये वीडियो फाइल बना दिया। वीडियो फाइल भी कॉल कर सकते हैं, इसमें ऑप्शन है, एस फंक्शन के साथ कर सकते हैं मुझे लग रहा है। बट वीडियो फाइल आई एम ऑल्सो नॉट श्योर अबाउट वीडियो फाइल, बट एनिमेटेड फाइल कर सकते हैं। आई हैव गॉन थ्रू दैट। एनीवन एल्स from any of the centers? RD इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज कोई भी नहीं बैठा है मुझे लग रहा है। ये कौन सा कॉलेज है? TTC जोधपुर। Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No. You understood this? What we discussed today, was it clear?
Yeah. Just will get the practice and will come to know.
Yeah. You can just do the practice. In even the other centers, you can just go and do the practice. And if you have any doubts, anyway, we'll clear it. Tomorrow also we have. And जो program आ रहा था ना sir, आप एक मिनट एक PPT दिखा सकते हैं? We have got the output. Actually, it was not working at that time. I don't know what was the problem. My PPT. They can see my PPT, sir. मेरा PPT देख सकते हैं अभी? नहीं.
मैम आपके वीडियोस हमने डाउनलोड किए हैं, देखे हमने अभी।
Okay.
वो भी हमने डाउनलोड किया और उसके थ्रू प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं।
Okay. Through videos also you can just download and do it. This answers also now I got the output. Actually वो plot command work नहीं हो रहा था ना, so I just wanted to show that. Anyway, I think they have left it. It's not a problem. Just go to my videos are there in YouTube. You can just download that and also you can do it. Okay.
Right.
So thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so